beats. Second chapter, sexual reproduction in flowering plants, neat objective discussion. See here, the first bit. See on the screen, the bits, question and answers are neatly visible. So find the answer, try to say the answer. See, first question, which of the following statement is correct? Here, 4 statements given. Among those 4 statements, which is correct? See, flower is modified root. See here, they have given flower is modified root. Flower is not a modified root. Okay, so for flower and root, there was no any relation. So option 1 is wrong. So B, flower is modified shoot. See, so when I started discussion this chapter, first I will say flower is modified shoot. Modified shoot. I used to say this early, first, soon after starting lesson. Okay, so second option is correct. B option. Let's see remaining. Flower is modified leaf. So the leaf, flower, not relation. Okay, so C wrong. Flower is modified inflorescence. So inflorescence. See, flower is modified inflorescence, not inflorescence only modified into flower. Okay, so here among 4 options, the correct option is B. Correct option is B. First question, correct option is B. Next, come to the second question. Try to say the answer. Second question, you have to say answer. Which is the most logical sequence with reference to the life cycle of flowering plants? Angiosperms, flowering plants. What is the logical sequence? Option A, C, germination. What is germination? Endosperm formation, seed dispersal, double fertilization. So here there is no link. Sequence, we must discuss sequence. What is that sequence? Let's see. B, cleavage, fertilization. It is also C is correct option. C. Pollination. First, when flowers are matured, after maturation of flowers, first transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma, that is called pollination. So after successful pollination, fertilization. So after pollination, pollen grains are germinated, germinated pollen tube brings male gametes towards the ovule. Their fertilization takes place. As a result of fertilization, seed formation. So seed, late stage germination. Okay, so here among 4 options, the correct option is C. Let's see D, maturation, mitosis, differentiation. It is not related to question. So second question, the logical sequence: pollination, fertilization, seed formation, and germination. Okay, that's all. Next, come to third question. The mature male gametophyte in angiosperms is represented by. See here, the mature male gametophyte in the flowering plants is represented by. So answer I want male gametophyte. See here, option 1. Yes, this is only will make a mistake. So option 1, pollen grain is not a mature male gametophyte. Okay, so when pollen grain gives rise male gametes, at that time we can call male gametophyte. In pollen grain, when exactly pollen grains are released, at that time in that particular pollen grain, male gametes are not there. So then we cannot consider it is a male gametophyte. When it's landed on the stigma and germinating of pollen grain. So when the pollen grain is germinated, so during the germination of pollen grain, so 2 male gametes are formed. 2 male gametes are formed. Okay, generative nucleus undergoes mitosis division and gives rise to 2 male gametes. 2 male gametes. Okay, that's all. Then that is what when happens germinating pollen grain. Pollen grain is germinated and pollen tube produced. In that pollen tube, male gametes are there. That's why Mature male gametophyte in angiosperm is represented by germinating pollen grain. So pollen grain, okay, male gamete, but when pollen grain is released, at that time male gametes are not there. So option B is correct. Option B is correct. So here option B is correct. Okay, so let's see embryo sac. So here embryo sac is related to female. So male gametophyte, it is asking about male. So option C wrong. Anther. So anther, it is a bilobed structure. So for the male gametophyte and anther, it's not a related bit. So here the correct option is B. Fourth, tapetum is, say now, tapetum. Option tapetum, parietal, parietal, nothing but in situ, in situ, nothing but inside. Tapetum is innermost region, usually the innermost layer of anther wall. Yes, tapetum is the tapetum origin is usually the innermost layer. Parietal, parietal means what? In situ, inside. So tapetum is usually the innermost layer of the anther wall. So whether you remembered or not, I don't know. The diagram like this way will be there. Textbook, in textbook page number I will say that you practice. Page number 22. In page number 22, this diagram is given. This diagram. In that you get it. Okay. So innermost layer is the tapetum. So this is option C. Answer B. Modified endothecium of the anther wall. So the tapetum is not formed from the endothecium. So B wrong. Modified outermost layer of sporogenous. It is wrong. Parietal in origin. Okay, parietal in origin, and is the innermost layer of ovule knot. C, D options wrong. A, fourth option correct answer is A. Tapetum is the parietal in origin. Origination is inside. That is the innermost layer of the anther wall. Okay, tapetum is always related to the anther. So the fourth question correct option is A. So come to fifth question. Fifth bit. Development of male gametophyte is. Development of male gametophyte is. What? Answer I want. See, in vivo means what? In the laboratory. Laboratory. In the laboratory. If gametophyte is artificially developed, that is called vivo. But it is not vivo. Development of male gametophyte. It is not vivo. So option 1 wrong. In situ, development of male gamete occurs inside of the pollen grain. In situ, nothing but inside. It is correct. Both A and B, only B is correct. A is wrong. None of the above. Already answer is there. So then we cannot say none of the above. Fifth question, correct option is B. In situ. In situ means what? Inside. Okay. That's all. Parietal region. See, sixth question you can say. Try to say the answer. Filiform apparatus is found in. Filiform apparatus is found in antipodal cells. In antipodal cells. Antipodal cells we cannot find. So if you practice diagram, embryo sac diagram, then you can get these three are antipodals towards chalazal end. Chalazal end. So antipodal cells and filiform apparatus not relation. So it is wrong. Egg cell. So egg cell towards the micropyle. It is egg cell. This egg cell is fused with the male gamete. So It is also not correct option. Filiform apparatus found in secondary nucleus. Secondary nucleus, it is called secondary nucleus. So during unmaturity, this is called polar nucleus. During maturity, it is called secondary nucleus. So it is also not. Synergids. See here, there is a synergids are there. In the synergids, there is finger-like projections. So like this way, finger-like projections called filiform apparatus. Finger-like projections are called filiform apparatus. Those are found in synergids. Synergids. Option egg cell. No. Synergids. Okay, ma? That's all. Option for sixth question, option B is correct. Let's see seventh question. The type of cells undergoing meiosis in the flowers are. See, in the flower, what type of cells are undergoing meiosis? See, can you see the answer? Microspore mother cell and megaspore mother cell. See, during microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis, so during microspore mother cell or pollen mother cell undergoes meiosis divisions and produces haploid spores. Megaspore mother cell undergoes meiosis division and produces 4 cells. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of 4, 3 degenerate. Only one is functional megaspore. Okay. So the type of cells undergoing meiosis in the flowers are microspore mother cell and megaspore mother cell. These two cells undergoing meiosis divisions. See, if you study the microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis, you can get to know that. Okay. Seventh question, correct option is A. Let's see remaining options. What was there? Ovule, stamen. So undergoing meiosis in the flowers. So in the ovule and stamen, meiosis does not take place. Ovule means what? See page number, textbook page number ovule, page number 25, D diagram. Ovule, page number 25, D diagram. So in that given, in that particular ovule, meiosis divisions does not take place. Stamen means what? This is called stamen. Okay, in this stamen, meiosis divisions does not take place. Okay, so in the anther, there is a particular cell that is called microspore mother cell or pollen mother cell. In them only divisions take place. Tapetal cells, innermost cells are called tapetum. In the tapetal cells, so meiosis division does not take place. Placental cells means what? See here, whether you studied or not, I don't know. See, I will show what is placentation. These are 2 layers. This is called placenta. So in the diagram, if you observe clearly, you can get to know that placentation. Okay, so this placenta. In the placenta, question what? Placental cell and for this no relation. So this is option A is correct option. Next 8th question. The viability of pollen grains depends upon viability, the span of pollen grains. In some of the species, within half an hour, they lost viability, pollen germination capacity. In some of the species, few months. In some of the species, few years. So that is mainly depends upon predominant temperature. So dominant temperature is important. Okay, so temperature, under the temperature only, so they can germinate. Okay, that's all. Next, prevailing humidity, moisture also important. Some amount of moisture is important. Water content is important. Genetic potentiality of the concerned species. Yes, the genetic mechanism also plays a major role. Genetic potential, genetic energy. Genes also decides. So all of the above answer. The correct answer is D. Eighth question, correct option is D. Ninth question, micropyle is found in SEMA. So micropyle, page number 25, D diagram, if you see, you can get to know that. See, already just now only I drawn that particular diagram. This is ovule. This is called ovule. This particular region here, gap is there. This is called micropyle. This space is called micropyle. This region is called placenta. So generally micropyle is found in, it is what actually ovule. So the ovule gradually, the late stage of ovule is called seed. That means what? This ovule, today is ovule, next week, same day, seed. That means what? Micropyle is found in ovule, later seed. Seed, ovule. In these two, we can find. So both ovule and option, correct option is C. C. In the fruit, we cannot find. Okay, that's all. So ninth question, correct option is, correct option is C. Let's see 10th question. The most common type of pollination is, among the following, the most common type of pollination is, C, entomophily. Entomophily, insect pollination. The pollination which occurs through insects is called entomophily. It is very common. Most of the plant species depends upon entomophily. The pollination which occurs through insects are called entomophily. Ornithophily, the pollination which occurs through birds are called ornithophily. Malacophily, the pollination which occurs through snails. So that kind of pollination is called malacophily. I did not discuss in our, okay. So it was not given in even my book also. Okay. So chiropterophily, the pollination which occurs through bat, that is called chiropterophily. Among these, so bird, snails, bat, this is occurs in few species. So most of the species depends upon entomophily. So 10th question, correct option is A. Entomophily. Okay, ma? So that's all. In which part of the flower do both meiosis and fertilization occurs? So here 4 options given: meiosis, ovule, stigma, anther, petal. In them, where meiosis and fertilization occurs. Okay. Yes. So meiosis and fertilization occurs. 11th. Okay. So ovule region. Okay. So first, how ovule formed? Inside the ovary. Some divisions takes place. Some meiosis divisions takes place. Then ovary gradually turn to be fertilized fruit or matured fruit. That fruit contains number of ovules. So first, for the formation of ovule, meiosis division is required. So after that, in that particular ovule, embryo sac formed. When the embryo sac is formed, then fertilization takes place. Without the embryo sac, fertilization does not take place. Embryo sac means what? This is embryo sac. 3 antipodal cells, secondary nucleus, synergids, egg cell. This is called embryo sac. When the embryo sac formed, then only fertilization takes place. Why? In the embryo sac only secondary nucleus and egg is there. It is called egg. Okay, ma? So ovule is correct option. Already you said, okay, correct it is. So emasculation is not required when flowers are. So first of all, here, what is emasculation? So see, 12th question option C, Aishwarya. Let me have a look on that. Yes, very good. So if you study emasculation means what? Already you said the answer. So who don't know, for them I am saying removal of anther. Removal of anther from the stamen. See, this is called stamen. Here bilobed structure is there. Bilobed structure, this is called anther. When this anther is removed, then this is called emasculation is not required when the flower is unisexual. Then what is required? Here stigma will be there. This is called stigma. The stigma needed to be bagging. Why bagging needed? To prevent the unwanted pollen grains landing on the stigma. Okay, ma? So if bisexual is, then emasculation is required. If it is unisexual, emasculation is not required. Oh, here from the 12th question, correct option is C option is correct. Intersexual, so it is not related to this. Either A or B, it is not. It is not. So the correct option is C. 13th, the study of formation, growth, development of new individuals from egg is called what? The study of formation. What formation? Embryo formation, the embryo growth, and that embryo development. That embryo is formed from egg. It is called embryology. Embryology. Okay, ma? So option A. Okay, embryology. Then what about remaining embryogenesis? Embryogenesis, cell division, growth, differentiation is called embryogenesis. Embryogenesis, if the embryo undergoes division, that is called embryogenesis. In the option, in the question, they did not ask about division, so it is wrong. Morphogenesis, morphology, tissue formation is called morphogenesis. Embryolysis, splitting of embryo is called embryolysis. Here embryolysis does not take place. Embryo development, growth to formation from the egg happened. Therefore, here the option is A is correct. So 14th question, try to say answer. 14th question. 14th question, try to say wind pollination is common in. Already you said. 14th question, option B, grasses. Yes, grasses. Here see, wind pollination is very common in grass plants. Okay, this is called D. So wind pollination in this particular species does not take place. So it is not takes place means what other? Power gone, maybe it gets disconnected. Wait, I will on my network. What is the question? Correct option is D. D is correct option. 15th question, try to say answer. Fifteenth question, microsporogenesis occurs. Where microsporogenesis occurs? On margins of leaves. So for the microsporogenesis, margins of leaves not related. So option is wrong. Inside ovule. So microsporogenesis is related to male. Anther. Male. Related to male. But here asked B option, ovule. So B option is wrong. Inside anther, microsporogenesis. So the process of formation of microspore from the microspore mother cell or pollen mother cell is called microsporogenesis. So the option C is the related option. Let's see what in essential floral organs. we should not consider such type of answers. So microsporogenesis occurs in flower only. So in flower essential organ only, like that we cannot say. So in flower essential organs means sepals, petals, calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. These are all essential only. Calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. In them, which organ, which particular organ we have to mention. So inside the anther, C option is correct. Next, wall of pollen sac consists of pollen sac. See, ma, pollen sac means what? Page number already I said. So by seeing that pollen sac diagram, try to say answer. This is the pollen sac. Here 4 walls will be there. So 4 walls like this way, 4 walls. So diagram neatly not getting. Okay, okay, 4 walls. Walls of pollen sac consists of option C, option B. Let's see. Endothecium directly given, it is wrong. It is also wrong. Endothecium, middle layer, and tapetum. So before the endothecium, one more layer is there. What is that? B option is correct. So epidermis, next layer is endothecium, next layer is middle layer, next layer is the tapetum. So this is the sequence. Wall of pollen sac consists of epidermis, endothecium, middle layer, tapetum. So in the tapetum, there is a special type of cells are there. Those are called sporogenous cells. Those sporogenous cells undergoes mitosis division and produces microspore mother cell or pollen mother cell. So pollen mother cell undergoes meiosis division and gives rise to microspore. Microspore. This process is called microsporogenesis. Okay, no, that's it. So the correct option for 16th question is D. 17th question. Yes. See, 17th question, option C. The answer. Middle layers of the microsporangial. See, microsporangium, also called pollen sac. Pollen sac. So now only we discussed this is called pollen sac. This is also called microsporangium. Here 4 layers we get. Middle layers of the microsporangial wall. What happened? Shrivel at maturity of anther. Option. Okay, let's see. Shrivel at maturity of anther. Shrivel does not happen, man. So shrivel means what? Contrast. So middle layers of the microsporangial wall, if it is contrast at maturity, microsporogenesis does not take place. So option A wrong. B. Persist but remain thin walled. So persist remains attached, but if it is thin means what? They are present, but it is thin means nothing. Okay, so it is wrong. See, degenerate before maturity. See, middle layers of the microsporangial wall, whatever may be the microsporangial walls are there, those are degenerate at that time of maturity. Then only dehiscence of anther. Dehiscence of anther means what? So particularly this region will break and open. This region will break and open. Dehiscence of anther. Okay, break and open, degenerate at the time of before maturity. Before the maturity, those middle layers are degenerate. If those are degenerate, so here these will releases pollen grains. Pollen grains. If degeneration does not happen, means pollen germination, microsporogenesis does not take place. Option C is correct. Persist, become thickened. Thickened, if the middle layers are thickened means nothing happens. Okay, ma'am? So those middle layers must be degenerate. Further, dehiscence of anther. Dehiscence of anther means what? So these layers are split and releases pollen grains. Okay, ma'am? So it's a superb question. Tapetal cells are, see, Try to say what you know. Tapetal cells are tapetal, innermost cell. The innermost cell is contains a kind of a glandular cell that is called sporogenous cells. Those sporogenous cells are called glandular. Those sporogenous cells, page number 12 diagram. The tapetum. So in the P diagram, if you see clearly, we get it. So microspore mother cell is shown in red color. That is the sporogenous. Okay. So those sporogenous cells are glandular. Those movement is amoeboid. Amoeboid means what? Amoeboid movement how? Pseudocelomate. Like that, tapetal cells are glandular and move. Okay, that is actually this point in our NCERT textbook they did not use glandular and amoeba. No problem, nothing happens. Okay, so if like this way bits comes means from my objective bits, I will give answer. Just you will get an additional knowledge. So, but this information in reference book, no need to worry. In textbook not there means you need not worry. They will not ask that. So option A is correct. So here given glandular, along with glandular, its movement is amoeboid. It's not there, so that it is wrong. Invasion, it is wrong. So 18th question, correct option is A. So 19th question, come to the point. 19th question. So with knowledge, you have to keep this question. 19th question. In dicots, the most common pollen tetrad is. With your knowledge, you have to keep. Already I said. See, in dicot plants, the most common type of pollen grains. What type of? The pollen grain is always the pollen tetrad. Pollen tetrad. So in question only answer is there. Option B, yes. So in dicot, the most common type of pollen grains are pollen tetrad. Tetrad means what? Pollen grains are always tetrad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tetrahedral. Tetrahedral. Okay, like that. That is called tetrahedral. This is tetrahedral. So in most of the pollen grains in plant species is tetrad. In some species, isobilateral. Isobilateral means bilateral. Means what? Like this way. One, 2, 3, 4. This is called isobilateral. Linear, pollen grains are linear. 1, straight line. 3, 4. Decussate. Decussate. Decussate means what? Like this way. Pollen grain. This is called decussate. 1, 2, 3. Backside one more will be there. That is called decussate. It is linear. So isobilateral, linear, decussate, very few species. Very few species only we can see that. In most of the species, tetra. Okay, ma? That's all. 20th question. In monocot, the most common pollen. In dicot, the most common tetrahedral. In monocot, the most common pollen tetrad is. It's not there in our second chapter discussion. No problem. Now I will see. Isobilateral. In monocot, isobilateral. Bilateral means what? Equal. Okay. See here I shown 1, 2, 3, 4. So one more bilateral layer backside. Bilateral. 2 layered layer backside. Okay. So isobilateral can be observed in monocot. Tetrahedral observed in dicots. Okay, ma? That's all.